Hello, my name is Steve Boyle, and I'm the founder and CEO of Essential Aero. And our goal is to transform how the world performs inspections of physical infrastructure. And as for physical infrastructure, we're talking about roads and bridges, dams, airports, power lines, pipelines. These are large pieces of critical infrastructure that we all count on every day. And if something fails, it could cause loss of life and billions of dollars worth of repairs. So this physical infrastructure is now being inspected by people driving around in cars and trucks, using their eyes and their training to find anomalies and report them. And as you can imagine, this is incredibly expensive. It's not scalable because it's all centered around hiring somebody and training them, and it's subject to human error. So at Essential Aero, we have developed a system to automate the inspection of this physical infrastructure using drones and AI. Our system is faster, it's cheaper, it's more effective than humans. And we can save 75% of the cost of these inspections using our system. And that's billions of dollars of savings per year, which is a game changer for most industries. So a little bit about our status. We've got the FAA as a customer. They have contracted us to put their flight check program on our drone system, on our software system. And we have successfully demonstrated automation of lighting systems that are used by planes to land airplanes on airports. And we are moving into a phase 2 with the FAA to do the same thing for ILSs. These are the radio frequency systems that are used by pilots to find runways in the clouds. So we're the only company in the US that's been approved by the FAA to fly in airport airspace and to fly in the same airspace as airplanes. So we have a huge advantage, and we have really a kind of a lock on this market. So our intention is to collaborate with the FAA, build this product, and service their needs, but also to sell it worldwide. There's an FAA equivalent in every country on the planet, and they're our potential customers. So moving into the backyard advantage, as Mark puts it, we'd love to have connectivity into the community for really 3 things. We're looking for development talent, so a leader in software engineering and development to help us finish our V1 product, and then business development leadership to help prepare us for the market and also prepare the market for us. And then finally, we have sustainable revenue today because we have customers, but to grow and really scale, we do count on investment. So if you know of any active investors, active investor groups in the area that you can introduce us to, that would be fantastic. We'd really appreciate it. So I have a table in the expo, and if you want to come by and talk about aviation or drones or inspections, that would be fantastic. Love to see you. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to try to steal this mic. All right, thank you very much for that. I have a couple of suggestions, if you will.
Sure.
I don't have any contacts with the United States Air Force, but have you considered any of the Army bases with their rotary wing aircrafts? How are you looking at that market at all?
We have, I kind of messed this up, but we're looking at grant opportunities in the Air Force. That's why they're listed. There is a program where they do supply grant funding for research in bringing industry technologies into the Air Force. And so we think we have a pretty good story there. But none of the other branches do have that same program, but we're definitely interested in them. Every branch has got airfields, so they're definitely a target. So that would be great.
I could see this being applied with the airborne units across the military.
We have talked to some, and this is mostly Air Force, but there's a lot of bases, there's a lot of places of operation that don't have any personnel until there's something to do. And so if they can inspect those facilities while there's nobody there before the people arrive, that would be a great thing for them to look into.
Now, I don't want to hog the mic, so let me know. In the event that you've tackled all of the military components, what about the private sector? What's going on outside?
The private sector, the opportunity for what we're doing is enormous. The private sector is really the brass ring. It's the big fat part of the market. But to service the private sector, like I know that you're from SMUD, so you've got long power lines, so you'd have to cover a lot of territory to make it work, and you have to do that autonomously. So we're focused on things that are really well contained, like airports. That's our launch industry. And it's essentially a 3 or 4 square mile area where we can see everything that's going on. But eventually we'll graduate into the wild and be able to scan power lines and be able to look at power poles and other things that require many miles of inspections to make sense. So definitely moving to that too.
So to what extent have you looked at, I'll call them system integrators for lack of a better word, but like the Lockheeds or the Northrop Grumman's or big multi-billion-dollar organizations that have big contracts with federal government and kind of serving some of this market to see how you, well, it's not at a prime level. It is, part of the trick is about making it easy to buy, and it potentially makes it easy for those customers to buy if they've already got that kind of procurement vehicle in place.
Yeah, this was a learning experience for me. Totally, found this to be really fascinating. So we have a prime, and it's called Tetra Tech, and they own a $690 million contract with the FAA.
Okay.
And so we came to them and we said, hey, the FAA wants to do something with us, but we had to get it in a certain period of time. So they were willing to package us into their current contract.
Yeah.
And so now they're excited about what we're doing because this is going to be the future of their space. So the second contract came through, and they said, well, let's just push it through the same contract vehicle for the FAA. So it's definitely, once you have a way for them to give you money, it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah. So are you precluded from doing that with others? Are you reliant on only or required to only do it through Tetra Tech?
No, we're, I think, ethically or, whatever, how you want to position it, we want to work with them if we can.
Yeah.
But we're not contractually bound to do anything with them.